I just want to know why we're mad right now, right? So I'm trying to look at this from the perspective of a game designer.
A great and very reasonable question. Why are people mad about the new edition that came out? Now, I remember back in 3.5 when they did move over to the 4th edition, there was a lot of anger. They're moving away from something that everybody knew, and there was a few different reasons, and I feel like they still reflect with this edition. One of the big reasons is that people invest so much time and money into something, learning something, and then they feel that when there is newer stuff that's coming out, let's say the new edition, then they have to redo it all. They have to buy the new books, they have to learn the new rules so that they can play the new adventures. Now, yes, it is possible to take all the new modules and anything that people are doing and then port it over to an older system. That's not really too difficult to do, but it is added work, and it does make some people quite frustrated because for some it's more difficult than others. So the other thing is, some people don't like change. Some people get very upset about change. I like change. I think change is a great thing. Now, it can be detrimental at times, but for the most part, it's important for us to continue to experience change so that we can learn, grow, and just be better versions of ourselves, right? Always adapting, don't get stuck in a rut. But some people really don't like it when their favorite things start to shift, change, and adjust. We could see that in a lot of fandoms. And so you will get that usually smaller amount of people who are vocal, and they'll be quite angry online, running around about any kind of new edition of D&D that pops out. But the thing that I think that a lot of people are a bit upset about is the way that Wizards of the Coast is going about it. Now, when we are dealing with cloud technologies, it is difficult because you don't really own what you own when it comes to cloud services. You own the rights to use what you purchased, but within the legal, usually there's a definition that what you own the rights to purchase, like to use, can shift and change with time, however the company decides to update it. Back in the day, they would just come out with a brand new book and tell everyone to go buy the new book with all the new cool stuff in it or the changes that they put in there and try to recoup the cost that way. But with a lot of the stuff nowadays, since it's all cloud, it's far cheaper to just update the PDF that all these systems are using or whatever it is. And so now that's what they're doing. They're updating the cloud systems, and that takes away a bit of the sense of consent that some people feel. Now, there are things that they do have in D&D Beyond where you can toggle legacy, but they are saying there's going to be some that you can't. And I think that's where a lot of pushback comes. And I think that's where a lot of misunderstanding comes about cloud services. We haven't properly been educated. People haven't been educated about what all that means. When you purchase stuff online, how you have a partial pseudo ownership of something, unless you can download the PDF directly from the place that you have purchased these cloud services from, you don't really own it. You just are, think of it like you paid rent for an extended period of time. And now you can use that thing. The landlord still owns the building, but you can still chill in it, live in it, do what you want in there within reason. That's the same thing whenever you're buying these cloud services. So we're in a very murky time right now where people are adjusting to new technologies and corporations are seeing what they can get away with here and there. And it's a little bit messy and people are getting a little bit frustrated, concerned, and confused, understandably. And I think that's where a lot of the anger comes from with the new edition being rolled out. I think if they just make everything across the board toggleable, say hey, all the changes that are coming out, you can toggle it to be 5e, 6e, or whatever the hell it is that they're calling it. And then you can choose what version. Now, I myself, I'm going to try the new version of D&D, and I think honestly it's probably going to be pretty fun. There might be a few rules that I might not like necessarily, but I think for the most part, I'm going to have a good time because I had a great time when I switched over to 5e. So, whatever works. There's also many TTRPGs out there if you don't like it, or just play the old edition you like. That being said, though, the reason people are getting mad, it's varied and really depends on the individual. But I think there is, in our generations, in this present day time, a lot of confusion about ownership through cloud-based services and how it's not really there. It's more for the corporation rather than the consumer. So keep that in mind. Always buy something that you can actually own. And if you are going all in with cloud services, just remember the rug can get pulled out from underneath you because the corporation has the final say. All right. Hope that helped. Bye for now.